Another irrational belief, maybe one about love or sex.
How about intimacy equals acceptance?
What do you mean by that exactly?
I mean that the more intimate I am with a person, whether it's physically or emotionally, the more that person accepts me.
Oh, so if we're kissing and hugging, that means they really accept me.
Right.
Okay, so the irrational belief, if I could translate it into something that would make sense to me, it would be
Sex equals
physical affection equals acceptance.
Yeah.
Okay, because
Because why would that person open himself or herself up to me if they didn't accept me?
but how do we know sitting here before we even kiss the next person in our lives? Because it's it's pretty clear.
I think it would be how much of yourself you've put out there to be accepted. If you put
So
all
he
those
couldn't-
areas out there, then you can say this person really accepts me. They know everything about me, and they're okay with that.
So if
But
it's
just
super,
knowing somebody for, a couple months or whatever, how much can they really know about you? Just what you let them know,
Really, all they know is pretty much what I've let them know.
and that's what they're accepting.
And for the average heterosexual guy, that often means quite a bit of secret keeping.
Yes.
Because as women have often been wont to remark, men are such liars. So it takes a while to get through all of that. But is it possible that she might love me even though she doesn't know me completely?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Love starts somewhere. If we all waited until we were known and accepted completely, we'd never get there. So we have to have some beginning sense of love. We hit some critical mass where my identity is pretty much known. She pretty much knows who I am. And then she's able to love me. But what about this? Nobody explained to me yet why physical affection is not the same thing as acceptance. I can think of a lot of exceptions to that. Can you think of one?
Well, physical intimacy can be strictly a mechanical kind of thing,
Absolutely.
without any emotional attachment or involvement.
The beautiful young starlet on the casting couch with the elderly but knowledgeable producer
And wealthy.
and wealthy, and I don't think that she's totally accepting him. I think that maybe she's being affectionate, but she has an ulterior motive.
or a prostitute.
A prostitute.
Sure. Mhm.
So yeah, for sure, we're going to see in every case of a prostitute transaction, there's some physical affection going on. Acceptance?
No,
Nah, I
there's the
don't think so.
mechanics. There's the mechanics of sex, but affection, maybe.
Well, there might be.
But
Very well
maybe
could be
not.
some affection.
Hmm.
There could be. If you think of sexual intimacy as an affectionate behavior in its essence, I think you'd have to say she's sharing physical affection. But
Okay.
I don't think we would say there's mutual acceptance. Now, there's acceptance again, kind of like two gay men who meet in a gay bar and just for the very first time and then hooking up. A heterosexual guy with a prostitute, he experiences sort of the same thing, except that it's obviously much more expensive.
So one's physical and one's emotional.
What do you mean?
Well, the one part would be physical.
One part of,
I think he's saying physical intimacy and emotional acceptance are
Two different
the
things.
basis of why it's not rational.
exactly, because they're two completely separate things, two separate concepts with no, here comes another philosophy word, no causal link and no logical link. By causal, I mean one doesn't cause the other. Unfortunately, because I remember kissing lots of girls who were completely underwhelmed by me. Unfortunately, the vision would be I'm going to kiss her and she's going to fall madly, deeply, but that often simply doesn't occur.